Remember that drama at Windsor on Christmas Day of last year? You do remember, don't you? This, of course, was a terrible situation concerning our wonderful monarch, our gracious Majesty the Queen, who actually had to deal with, on Christmas Day, an intruder trying to get inside Windsor Castle. This, of course, is very strange, isn't it, when you think, because as we then later learned, His Royal Highness Prince Harry, or Prince Harry, Hazza, whatever you want to call him, was concerned later on because he wanted to make sure the right people were around her, remember. Now, this isn't the first time that people have tried to get inside the palaces, you know, Buckingham Palace, St James's, Windsor Castle, but how's it dealt with? I mean, a lot of the headlines come up, don't they? And then you never really hear anything again, you know, what happened. So I thought I'd share with you today exactly what's now on the cards for that particular intruder. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. As ever, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for your company. By the way, I don't know about you, but if you've just get it up today and you're starting your day, how do you fancy some carbon neutral eggs? That's right. Don't know which way you have your eggs in the morning. I like mine nice and poached, but quite rock hard. You know, I hate runny eggs. Don't mind a scrambled egg, all that sort of stuff. Would it bother me if I knew that the chickens were being fed insects rather than soya? Well, I'm not so sure, but I think, like everything, as I've said before on the show, if you really knew what was inside any food, you'd be a bit debative about sort of eating it, wouldn't you? Back as ever, though, to your breaking story of the day. As I say, we just wanted to give you a bit of an update on this particular story because it was a big story on Christmas Day last year. An intruder managed to get into Windsor Castle, and not just really, you know, the parameters, but quite deeply into Windsor Castle. Obviously, as ever, we have to say allegedly, because this is an ongoing court case, with the final summons and sentence being given at Westminster Court on August the 17th of this month. Going to be interesting exactly what that person receives. They are being charged with counts 1 and 2 of crime prevention and terrorism. I think it's interesting, isn't it, when you think, because this particular individual, you know, really everything is being quashed down, typical woke media, but we can tell you in fact that Singh Shally did actually have weapons upon him, and more importantly, when they went back to his accommodation, also had a crossbow, alongside some rather strange messages that he was planning to do certain things, shall we say. We won't say what they were, but it would have been very frightening for the individuals concerned. Good to know that finally justice will be done, and I'm sure a much more relief for our gracious monarch, knowing the fact that at least these particular people will be put away. Finally, will this be one that Harry and Meghan get litigious about? Oh yes. Apparently there's going to be a brand new play written by a sort of brand new pope. Now, is this a story that Harry and Meghan will become litigious about? Let me explain. There's going to be a brand new play opening on Broadway very soon called Diana and Dodi. It's all about the time together, as if we haven't seen enough, truly. And the bottom line is this will focus on their time inside a hotel, the Ritz in Paris, and the room and what went on. Amazing to think that this person's created this story without ever being in the room, or in fact, of course, knowing really what went on. How would we ever know what they spoke about? But it is the debut play of this particular individual, so naturally we will wish them well. But it's interesting, isn't it, because Harry and Meghan do decide to go after people that they feel have done them wrong. But when you think there's a continued exploitation of his late mother, the Princess of Wales, Diana, and you do kind of think, well, why does nobody stop that, or why do they never speak out about that? Of course, you know, plays and films are very subjective, aren't they? They give you the story that they want to present. And it's very difficult, I guess, if you're in Harry's sort of camp, as to whether you could sue them or stop them using the brand. How can you stop a worldwide phenomenon? And we've seen that, haven't we, with other cult icons like the likes of Sinatra, Marilyn Monroe, you name it, you know. So the bottom line is, if you fancy going to see this play, it will be on at some point, I believe, from the autumn onwards. Diana and Dodi coming to Broadway very soon. Latest breaking royal news. I'm Neil Sean. I'll see you soon.